I am here with a huge deal for my wig lovers. This is kind of an impromptu video because I wanted to tell you about an incredible sale that In Vogue Medical Wigs and Beyond, recently renamed In Vogue Concepts by 𝘠 is having on a very special limited edition Danity. If you follow me on social media, then you know that Danity, I have a Danity on my head right now, I have a Danity up there, is one of my absolute favorite wigs. This is a Remy human hair wig that's naturally curly and she's budget friendly. And the big deal is that 𝘠has a number of this brand new color called Cocoa Beige that she has decided to sell at a huge discount. I have a $200 coupon code that will save you money on this beautiful girl, and you can get this Remy human hair wig for $599 while supplies last. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Danity because I know some of you maybe don't know and you haven't seen me share tons of videos about Danity. So I'm going to tell you all about her quickly in this video so that if you are someone who loves styles like this, you might be able to get the deal of a lifetime on this human hair wig. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. This is a little unusual for me. Normally when I have a really special deal to announce that's sort of limited time, I do that on social media. I know that many of you are not on Facebook and you're not on Instagram, and I do my very best to bring you guys as much information as I can, but there are times when it just doesn't make a lot of sense. On YouTube, I'm not going to post multiple videos a day, but I can do that on social media. But this is such a huge deal that I wanted every single one of my wig sisters to know about it. Now, what I love about Danity is she's so beginner friendly. This wig right here is Danity. This wig right here is Danity. I actually have a number of Danities. I'm so blessed to have had 𝘠offer to have me be the face of Danity for her because she just knows how much I love my wig sisters and love these bob length curly wigs. So I have been blessed to have a lot of experience and exposure to Danity. I recently went to Memphis for a professional photo shoot, my one and only ever, and that was to support 𝘠in her next iteration of Danity. But for today, I just want to tell you about this amazing deal. So Danity comes in a number of different colors. Actually, currently Danity comes in 6 colors. She's Remy human hair. This is naturally curly. All I did, I actually have a video showing how I get my Danities curly. I'll make sure that's linked below, but basically I just deep conditioned her. I scrunched her when she was wet. I set her on a towel with all the curls underneath to really encourage those curls to form, and then I air dried her. Super, super simple. Anyone can do it. So if you have avoided human hair wigs, well, a couple of reasons maybe you might have. Number 1, the price, but number 2, because you think they're going to be hard to deal with and difficult to style. A curly wig like this, absolutely not. I don't have to do anything to my Danities, but occasionally spritz them with water, do a little scrunching. I have a favorite product I like. It's like $6 at Walmart. It's Aussie Miracle Curls Curl Enhancing or Curl Defining Spray. I'll link something below so that you can check it out. It's way more expensive on Amazon. Don't get it there, but I'll link it there just so you can see it. Let's take a look at Danity. I wanted to give you the history of why I'm coming to you and so excited about Danity and about 𝘠 at In Vogue. But now let's take a look at her from all sides. Danity is just such an incredible lightweight piece. Now 𝘠 says this is 140 density. I do not find this to be heavy density. I think it's a great density for a curl pattern like this. Now I have another video that I'm going to link below where I show how I like to trim up my Danities. I like to create a little bit of face framing layers in the front. I think it really enhances the curl and keeps it from being so heavy on the bottom. I will link that video below. I've not done that with this one, and I might not. I really like the way that this one lays, but the reason I tell you that is because it's really important to learn how to make wigs your own. And really, it's going to be super rare that you will get a wig out of the box that is going to be perfect for you. But the beauty of a curly wig, they're so now, Danity has a lace front. Look at that incredible lace front, you guys. This is what is called a 6x6 lace top. So it's not a 13-inch lace front. You do not have to glue this one down at all. You can see it's laying perfectly flat. I'm not gluing it at all. It has ear tabs, just really beautiful. I'm gonna take her off, but let me just show her to you the movement, just really incredible. I feel like I have my own hair when I'm wearing Danity, which I just love. So Danity will come, first of all, with the 6x6 lace. So there's that 6x6. Basically, it's like a mono top on a major name brand synthetic, but it's lace. It's not stiff like monofilament is. It has ear tabs. We've got combs by the ear tabs. If you have bio hair, you can tuck those combs in and it will give you a measure of security. You can also tuck it into a wig grip. I just ignore the combs. They don't bother me, but you can cut them out with a seam ripper if you don't want them there. A comb in the back. We have hook adjusters. There's like an extended nape. The rest is closed wefted. And then it will also come with a strap, a removable strap. So basically it just kind of hooks in. And the reason for a strap like this is it can give you a lot of security. If wigs tend to feel big on you on the back, it could be great for a flat back of the head. It can also add some tension to the lace and help the lace to lay flat. On a 6x6 like this, often though that lace will lay flat anyway, but if it doesn't, a strap can really help with that. So it depends on my wigs whether I use the strap or not, but it can be a great level of security. So you just tuck it behind your head, you pull the wig over the strap, you get it in place, you just sort of adjust it where it needs to be, and it's really simple, and that's all you have to do, and this is giving me so much security. I do not need to wear a wig grip with my Danities if I have it in a small cap. Now I've got some medium and some small caps. My measurements are in the description. Here's what I want you to do. First of all, err on the side of too big versus too small. I would go with the measurement that's the biggest and get that cap size. It is really easy. Speaking from someone who's never done it, but I've watched a ton of videos, it seems like it would be really simple to sew a few wefts together and and shrink it up. Either shrink it up here to here or shrink it up in the back, wherever it's too big for you. If you search how to make a wig cap smaller on YouTube, you will find a ton of videos. Some of them cut wefts out, some of them sew wefts together. But if you go too small, there's not a lot you can do to fix that on your own. You really need a wig maker for that. So it's better to err on the side of too big. And with Danity, these are final sale because she is basically selling them at cost. She's not making any money off of this one, really. She can't afford to take the loss of returns. So this is final sale. So if you're brand new to wig wearing and you absolutely do not know what's going to work for you, it may not be the wisest decision to purchase a wig like this, no matter how much you love the look of it, because you can't return it. That's why I say if you err on the side of too big, at least then you can work with the piece that you have, and you can always get the cut styled to your preference. You can get layers cut in, you can get bangs cut in, you can do it yourself, you can take it to a stylist. There's a lot that you can do to make a wig your own, but the biggest difficulty would be if the wig is too small. Okay, let's talk about length, color, and then get out of here. Before I do that though, I do want to reiterate something that I talk a lot about, and that is setting your expectations correctly. Human hair wigs are made by a human being. The color you see here was colored by a stylist. A human being colored every single one of these pieces. In addition, they cut every single one of these pieces. So you're not going to necessarily see like exact duplicates from piece to piece. There may be some variation in the color. There may be some variation in the cut. This is about 14 inches long when it's curly. If it were to be straightened, it might be about 16 inches long. You may find some variation between 13 inches and 17 inches, depending on curl pattern. If you were to get more curl out of this and really scrunch it, it's going to be a little shorter than when it's not as curly or when it's straight. So do keep that in mind. I always say, like I said earlier, when you err on the side of a cap being too big versus too small, because there are things that can be done about that, I would err on the side of too long and too light. If you're very picky on color, I would say get a color that you think might be too light for you, because you can always have color added. You can have a stylist root a wig for you, add low lights, darken a color, but normally on wigs like this, you cannot have them lightened because wigs go through an awful lot of processing. It's very rare unless you get a virgin piece that you can actually. All right, so I talked about length, I talked about density, we talked about this gorgeous lace front. You do have to cut the lace. It does not come this length, so be prepared to cut the lace. I have a video showing how to do that. I think we've made it to color. I will admit, the picture that's currently on the 𝑖nVogue website, I don't think that color matches the color I have perfectly. Great example of how there can be variation. So what I can tell you is that this has a 4 base. So we've got a root and a 4 base. So when it comes to human hair wigs, the color codes are different than synthetic. So if you have synthetic wig experience, throw out all you know about color codes. They're not the same. So a 4 is really a dark brown. And then we've got some caramel and sort of beige highlights. If you're familiar with the brown, with the dark brown with baby lights color that 𝑖nVogue has, this is warmer. And I do think it's a little bit lighter overall because they really went heavy on the kind of the caramel and beige and just sort of left low lights and a root. I wouldn't call this in your face red, but it is incredibly warm. And my piece is very well blended. There's not a lot of really defined here and there, but not a lot of really defined highlights on this piece. It's very well blended. In my opinion, this is not a color that is going to attract attention. You are not going to have people coming up to you saying, oh my gosh, your hair color, where do you get it done? Because that usually happens when you've got very dynamic color, lots of super visible highlights. Now you may get complimented on your hair because of the curl, but that may be it. Let's get outside so you can see this color outside, and I'll throw it back on for you guys. I just want to thank Kirsten. I'm so grateful that she came up with Danity about, gosh, over a year ago, because this to me was what was missing in the human hair wig world. I love curls. They are my favorite, and I know many of you feel the same, and I get asked all the time, or used to, gosh, I really want a curly human hair wig. Where can I find one? And until Kirsten came up with Danity, I just didn't know what to tell people. So good. My original Danity is over a year old and she's going strong. So I really do recommend this wholeheartedly. Let me know if you have questions though. Don't forget, coupon code in the description saves you $200. This color is limited edition. The code is only good on this color. It's limited. When it's gone, it's gone. I'm not trying to create urgency. She has quite a few, but I just want to be totally transparent about everything. Thanks for watching. Let's get outside, and I hope you have a great day. All right. Out here, you can really see some of those highlights, more so than inside, but it's still not super heavily highlighted. This is one, oh gosh, you guys, there's so many flies. This is one that I think is going to look more dynamic in outdoor light and a little bit more blended in indoor light. But you can see it's not really red. Beautiful. I just think this, I don't know, I think I'm going to tell her she needs to make this color permanent. I don't know if she will, but it's a really beautiful brunette. All right, I hope I gave you all the information you needed. I know it's so nerve-wracking when something is final sale. Please reach out and let me know if you have questions. If you follow me on social media, you can message me on Instagram, or you can message me on Facebook, or you can send me an email. My email is down below. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. I'm so excited about this. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.